I made a completely new channel, 0 subscribers, 0 viewers. I posted a video and it got 100 views. The second video got 500,000 views in like 2 weeks. Video ended up making about $5,000. You can really make money from this. That video changed my life.
You gotta just press record.
Hey, Think Media, so excited to have this conversation about the truth around YouTube automation and faceless YouTube channels with a friend, David Omari.
Yes.
Someone who has grown over 20 channels, over 100,000 subscribers, a channel over 1 million subscribers, and has been in the YouTube game since 2013.
Yeah.
And now you teach this. And I wanted to get into a conversation around YouTube automation and faceless YouTube channels, generally speaking. Can you break down what YouTube automation is and faceless?
Of course. So all YouTube automation is just a faceless way of doing YouTube without creating the videos or ever showing your face on camera. All you're doing is delegating and outsourcing the entire process. So all you're doing is going on freelance sites like FreeUp, Upwork, Fiverr. All these freelancer sites have script writers, video editors, voice actors, and thumbnail artists, right? And so you built this team to basically produce the content. You're taking the role as the producer and just overseeing it. And then, once you get big, you can hire a channel manager to oversee the whole production. And then you're just really just an owner at that point.
Dude, I think you said the key word is you become a producer. You're a producer of the channel, but you own the channel.
Right.
That's the difference.
Exactly.
What are some just like beginner mistakes you see that are made?
As far as YouTube automation, just making sure when you're hiring your team, you're getting sample content. Don't go pay them the full, whatever that process, like whatever that payment looks like for you, right? Don't pay them that full amount without getting a sample clip of what they can edit for videos, right? How they can edit videos. Don't, pay a script writer if you don't get a sample of the script, and it could just be the intro of a video, right? Just write me a cool intro and I want to see if you're like fit for the job in the position. When it comes to the video editor, like I said, a 30-second clip, right? And a thumbnail artist too. A lot of people think you can't ask for a sample from thumbnail artists. You absolutely can. Don't make the mistake of just hiring people right off the bat because they are, copying videos they found on YouTube or finding thumbnails on the platform and put it on their Fiverr post, and you think that that's the work that they can create, and then you get something totally different. You have to look at YouTube from the viewer's perspective always. The viewer comes first, almost like customers come first, right? The customer's always right. The viewer's always right. I had to have a real realization early on in my YouTube career that, hey, David, not everything that you like is what the viewer's gonna like.
Dang.
With YouTube automation, you almost have to take yourself out of it because if you put yourself in it, you're going to get too picky with what you want to post. If you're going to go into a niche, have some type of interest in it, but don't necessarily have so much interest in it to where it's just like something that only you really truly have a love for, but maybe not everybody else has, right? But, just learning that when you are investing into a YouTube automation channel, if it's already being done, like say it's a channel that's already up on a platform and it's already like scaling up, and you're going to become the owner, number one thing that I learned is every single YouTube channel has a brain behind the content. If you remove that person, if you buy a channel from somebody or whatever it may be, and you get a team to run it, whatever, you take that whole creative, initiative out, guess what's going to happen? The channel's just going to slowly die because you don't understand the niche. You don't understand the topic. You don't understand the content that actually took that channel to that level, right? So I'd say that is like a really big thing I've been seeing lately. Like people will invest into channels that are already running, and the brain is completely removed from the process, and the content creator behind that whole operation just kind of just throws it to the side. So to combat that, when you do get into that, you just bring the team that's already running the channel and you start paying them, and, try and keep a relationship with the person that actually built the channel, because you don't want, God forbid, you get in the channel and you don't know what the next video to post is because you don't understand. And like I showed you earlier when I came here, like I got a whole anime faceless channel, bro. I don't know anything about anime. Like I can't tell you anything, but the brain behind the operation knows everything about it. I just fund the people that run it, that actually create the content for the channel.
This video is brought to you by StreamYard. StreamYard is our go-to platform for streaming to YouTube and Facebook, with an incredibly easy to use interface for built-in branding, transitions, text lower thirds, and seamlessly bringing on guests. It really is one of the best options when it comes to live streaming. And what's so cool is they've implemented a brand new feature called local recording. Take control of your audio and video with local recordings by separating out your audio and video from your guests. This feature gives you the control over your content for later use, making it perfect for podcasts and video creators. Just go to streamwiththink.com to get started now.
I'd love to move into, maybe let's talk about that GTA story real quick.
Yeah.
And then we'll go into like the best practices when it comes to building out a faceless channel.
Oh yeah. I was a gamer, like real big in like, GTA, all of Battle Royale, Call of Duty, you name it, right? And so I said, you know what? I'm spending a lot of time on this game and I'm pretty good at making money in the game. What if I taught people how to do that? So I posted a video and I made a completely new channel, right? 0 subscribers, 0 viewers. I posted 1 video in a month and it got 100 views. And so I said, wow, keep in mind, I don't know like how the algorithm really works, right? And so I said, let me try it again. The second video got 500,000 views in like 2 weeks.
That's wild.
Because I went and I studied the niche and I looked into like, how people were really like growing really fast.
Take notes real quick. You posted a video thinking what you thought would work.
Right.
And then you said, okay, let me go back to the drawing board. You get some insight. You make a new one. It gets 500,000 views.
My thumbnails are nice now. Like it wasn't like, because when you first start out.
Were you doing everything though? Were you?
Oh, I was editing the video, doing my voiceover. I remember literally sitting in my car at my wife's job and I was like recording the voiceover for that video. And I just remember having so much passion being put into the voiceover. And I was like, man, I just have a good feeling about it. And I remember going to sleep that night, waking up and seeing the views just roll in. And so the video ended up making about $5,000. And then from there, like I just never stopped uploading, bro. Like that video changed my life. Like it changed my life forever because you have to think about it. I was working a 9 to 5, going to West LA college, right? Already flunked out of 2 colleges, jumping from college to college, trying to figure it all out and doing this 9 to 5. So when I saw that kind of money from YouTube,
man,
it just opened my mind on another level. You can really like make money from this. It just blew me away completely. So I just like from that moment on, I'm just like, man, like this YouTube thing, I really believe in it.
That's really cool. I mean, let's say somebody made that decision. I'm going to do a faceless YouTube channel. What would be some of like your best practices for a beginner?
When you get into YouTube in general and just YouTube automation, you need to make sure that it's something that's relevant enough that people are actually interested in, right? So typically what I do is I use the vidIQ tool to basically find niches and channels that have lower subscribers than they have views. And what I'm noticing with YouTube, it's kind of now converting from this, and don't get me wrong, it's still a search-based platform, but I feel like the content being favored now is more browse.
Yeah.
So all the browse content is getting pushed heavy, but you're kind of relying on YouTube to promote the content, right? Which people kind of question the sustainability of, YouTube automation and just being a YouTuber in general. But search is always just like that backbone strong thing that you can rely on just to get that first leg up on a platform. You can literally get ranked on the search engine and somebody's going to search it up and they're going to click on your video. And guess what YouTube's going to do? They're going to study the audiences clicking through, right? And after they study the audiences clicking through, they're going to find more people just like that to put the content in front of. And that just proves that that's not luck. That's the algorithm.
Yeah.
Right.
Views while you snooze.
Exactly.
Something we always like to kind of preach here, I think media is that crowded a lot of times is good.
Oh yeah.
Because it's proven.
Yeah.
So that tells like where sometimes there's nothing, maybe there isn't interest.
Yeah. When you have a competitor on the platform that's doing really well, you literally have a blueprint. Like somebody's already done it and they literally showed you the route. Now, all you have to do is just make better content, right? And get in front of that audience. Of course, a topic is number one. My top picks for this year is going to be TV recaps, movie recaps. Like they're doing really, really good because I'm noticing a lot of the niches that have a cult following, they just don't stop consuming the content. Like they watch every little thing. If they really love the movie, even if they saw things you missed in Little Mermaid, right? That just came out. Things you missed in Spider-Man, Miles Morales. Like people are going crazy for that content. So typically I tell people like to start from a broad aspect so that you can kind of see where all the viewers are. But I'm learning that the more you kind of niche down, the better it is because now you have that strong foundation of people that really enjoy the content.
That's really good. I would say to that end, when you're talking about making videos using movie clips, what's the rules in regards to that on a legal standpoint? Like
right. So read the YouTube guidelines, read them verbatim because it's there and you don't want to wake up in the morning, you're demonetized for you. Okay. So this is what you do. You have to transform the content. What does that mean? You drag and drop some movie clips. You have your narrator, right? Or your voice actor give you the voiceover after they read the script. Okay. And they talk over the entire video piece by piece by piece. You can show little clips where it's like giving more like context to the content. So like maybe a clip from the movie trailer, but it has to be super small and concise, like under 8 seconds, right? Add some music to it, make the content more likable, and just really create it and make it original. Like you just want to transform it in a way to where it becomes original content, because then it's covered under the fair use copyright law.
Yeah.
And so you don't end up with those copyright claims. Don't get me wrong. It still happens sometimes. I know on the outside it looks like all sunshine and rainbows, but there are rainy days on every YouTube channel. There's just no way, you got copyright issues with copyright strike, copyright claims, just little things that can happen, right? Even if YouTube deems that your content's reused, even though you did everything that you did under the sun to make sure it wasn't, they can still have the power to just do that.
You mentioned about like once you get the script and, what makes a good script?
A good script. So really just understanding like the storytelling of a video. A lot of those videos that are doing really well, they all kind of tell a story, and understanding how to write in the way that we think. And when I say we think, we know when we go into making a video, the first 5 seconds, if we don't have that viewer hooked in,
right,
the whole video is gone. Like that, you can kiss your average viewer duration goodbye, right? So a good script writer understands the YouTube psychology on watch time, average viewer duration. And so that really makes a good script, right? Just having somebody that has that skill and just knowing the key points and key moments in a YouTube video to keep re-engaging a viewer, right? I noticed with the NBA channels, it's like we're constantly hooking them in with little funny jokes, right? Delivering on the value and the quality and just hitting on your points, and then just a really strong, call to action at the end of the script, right? Which can be telling people to subscribe to your channel. I know when I first started on YouTube, hey, subscribe. Yeah. Just going crazy. I'm trying to get the plaques. But when you are trying to gain subscribers, I learned that gift them the content first and then give them the decision to decide if they want to subscribe. Because now you can ask them that question like, hey, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you'd like to see more, hit the subscribe button, turn on the bell, and we can't wait to see you guys in the next one. Right now, you're giving them that opportunity to do so after they saw what potentially they're going to continue to see on the channel if the video is quality. Right. So yeah.
That's what makes a great script. I love it. And, when it comes to, uploads per week, when you first start, what would you just say?
I always tell people now, don't stress too much about uploading every day, because number one, you're going to get burned out. And if you don't see results and you don't see success, you're going to give up. And that's like the strongest thing I do, like keep people away from giving up, because if one video can change their life.
Yeah.
And so what I typically say is treat your YouTube channel like a TV show. You know that this show's coming on every week at a certain time.
Right.
Make sure you're posting at that time every week and staying consistent with it, right? If that's 3 times a week, 2 times a week, right? As long as you're delivering on the quality too, that's something I really push. Quality videos can change the whole game for you. Don't clickbait your people, because it's like scamming them, and you don't want to do them like that, because then they're not going to trust you. Really focus on just making sure that video is just strong, like all the way around.
Dude, great insight. I feel like this conversation was great for the YouTube automation world. Yeah. Hopefully, people got value out of it. If people are trying to connect with you and seeing what you're doing, where should they go? Yeah,
so David Omari on YouTube, and also David Omari on Instagram. But I'm actually doing something I've never done before. I'm doing a 5-day virtual event. It's going to be the YouTube Automation Challenge, where in that 5 days, I'm going to teach you how to build the best YouTube automation team, teach you how to monetize your channel without creating videos or showing your face, and just overall giving you the blueprint that took me to the 6- and 7-figure earner from the YouTube automation business model and all of the other accolades and things that I've achieved, and just giving it to you in a 5-day virtual event. It's ytachallenge.com. You can go check that out. There should be a wait list, and if the wait list is already done, you can go ahead and grab your ticket, and I'll see you at the challenge.
Bro, appreciate you being on.
I appreciate you, bro.
Yeah.